Let me tell you about absolute confidence, not the fake it till you make it kind, but the real, unshakable confidence that changes everything. You know that feeling when you walk into a room and second-guess yourself? Well, imagine walking in knowing, deep in your bones, that everything you do is right. Not because you're perfect, but because you trust your judgment completely. That's what absolute confidence feels like. When you speak with absolute confidence, every word you say carries truth. Not because you're always factually correct, but because you're authentic and aligned with your beliefs. Think about the most confident person you know. They don't stumble over their words or constantly apologize. They speak with conviction because they believe in what they're saying. I'll let you in on a secret. The most confident people aren't necessarily the most skilled or knowledgeable. They simply have total self-belief. They understand that making mistakes is part of growth, and they don't let fear of judgment hold them back. Here's what makes absolute confidence so powerful. It's rooted in good intentions. When you genuinely want to make a positive impact, when your actions come from a place of wanting to help or create something meaningful, that intention shines through. Even in moments when you're not entirely truthful, maybe to protect someone's feelings or to maintain peace, people tend to empathize with you. Why? Because they can sense your underlying good intentions. They understand there's a solid reason behind your actions. The truly confident person isn't ashamed of their choices or decisions. They don't waste energy defending themselves or seeking approval. They know why they do what they do, and that's enough. Think about it. How much mental energy do we waste feeling ashamed or doubting ourselves? Every action you take should have purpose. Whether you're giving a presentation, having a difficult conversation, or making a life-changing decision, act with intention. Know why you're doing what you're doing. This kind of confidence isn't about being loud or dominant. It's about being so secure in yourself that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. It's about moving through life with purpose, authenticity, and unwavering self-trust. Remember, absolute confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Start by trusting your decisions, speaking your truth, and acting with purpose. The more you embrace these principles, the more natural this unshakable confidence becomes. Take that first step today. Walk into your next conversation, meeting, or challenge knowing that you're exactly where you need to be. Doing exactly what you need to do. That's absolute confidence, and it's within your reach. Listen up, because I need to tell you something important. You know what I hear all the time? I can't do it because it's not the right time. I don't have the resources, and these excuses, they're like chains we wrap around ourselves, holding us back from what we're truly capable of. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're standing at the bottom of a mountain. Sure, it looks intimidating. Maybe you don't have the best climbing gear. Maybe the weather isn't perfect. Maybe you've never climbed before. But here's the thing. That mountain isn't going anywhere, and neither are your dreams if you keep making excuses. You know what's really pathetic? When we become experts at creating elaborate reasons why we can't do something, instead of becoming experts at finding ways to make it happen. Every minute you spend crafting excuses is a minute you could have spent taking action. Here's the raw truth. Successful people aren't the ones with perfect circumstances. They're the ones who look at imperfect situations and say, all right, how can I work with this? They're the ones who get creative, who piece things together like a puzzle even if some pieces don't fit perfectly. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Perfection is the enemy of progress. You don't need everything to be exactly right. You don't need the perfect equipment, the perfect timing, or the perfect plan. What you need is the guts to start with what you have. Think about it this way. Would you rather have a slightly imperfect result that exists or a perfect idea that never leaves your head? Because that's the choice you're making when you let excuses run your life. I've seen people build successful businesses from their garage, get in shape with nothing but a pair of running shoes, and learn new skills using just their smartphone. They didn't wait for the perfect studio, gym, or classroom. They just started. So here's what I want you to do. The next time you catch yourself making an excuse, stop. Just stop. Instead, ask yourself, how can I make this work? Be resourceful. Be creative. Use that beautiful brain of yours to find solutions instead of excuses. Remember, it's not about having it all figured out. It's about taking that first step, then the next and the next. Maybe your path won't be straight. Maybe it'll be messy. But I guarantee you it's better than standing still, paralyzed by excuses. The time is now, the place is here, and the person is you. Stop making excuses and start making progress. Because at the end of the day, the only person you're really fooling with those excuses is yourself. Get out there and make it happen, whatever it takes. The secret to commanding presence isn't what you say, It's how your voice carries it. Most people unknowingly sabotage their authority by speaking from their throat instead of their diaphragm. Today, I'm going to show you how to unlock your real voice and transform your confidence forever. The hidden problem. When you're nervous, stressed, or anxious, your body naturally shifts into shallow chest breathing. Your voice gets trapped in your throat, becoming higher-pitched, shaky, and weak. This isn't just a voice problem, it's a confidence killer. People subconsciously perceive throat voices as uncertain and untrustworthy. The life-changing discovery. Here's the revelation that changed everything. Lie down on your back and speak normally. Notice how different your voice sounds. That deep, resonant tone, that's your real voice. That's the power of natural diaphragmatic breathing. When you're lying down, gravity forces you to breathe properly. Your diaphragm, that dome-shaped muscle below your lungs, does the work instead of your throat muscles. This creates the rich, authoritative voice that commands attention. The science of vocal power. Professional singers, actors, and speakers all use diaphragmatic breathing because it gives you complete vocal control. Your diaphragm can sustain long phrases, control volume, and produce that commanding depth that makes people lean in and listen. Chest breathing only uses the top third of your lungs. It creates tension in your neck and throat, resulting in that strained, nervous sound that undermines every word you speak. Mastering the foundation technique. Place one hand on your chest, one on your belly. When you breathe correctly, only your belly should rise. Your chest stays relatively still. This takes practice because most adults have trained themselves out of natural breathing. Start with this daily exercise. Breathe in for 4 counts, feeling your belly expand. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6 counts while speaking a simple phrase. The extended exhale trains your diaphragm to support your voice. Advanced techniques for vocal mastery. Here's what the professionals know. Posture is everything. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, shoulders back but relaxed. Imagine a string pulling you up from the crown of your head. This alignment creates the perfect channel for your voice. Practice the wall technique. Stand with your back against a wall, shoulders touching. This forces proper posture and makes diaphragmatic breathing easier. Speak against the wall for 5 minutes daily. The power pause method. Before speaking in important situations, take 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, calming your nerves and dropping your voice into that confident register. Most people rush into speaking. Confident speakers pause first. Vocal warm-ups that transform your voice. Professional speakers start every day with these exercises. First, hum from your lowest comfortable note to your highest, feeling the vibration in your chest. This opens your vocal range. Next, practice lip trills while speaking your name. This relaxes facial tension that restricts your voice. Finally, the ha-ha-ha exercise. Place your hand on your diaphragm and laugh forcefully, feeling the muscle engage. This teaches you where your vocal power comes from. Real-world application strategies. In meetings, ground yourself first. Feel your feet on the floor, straighten your spine, and take 1 deep diaphragmatic breath before speaking. This simple ritual transforms your vocal presence. When presenting, remember the 90% rule. Your voice should feel like it's coming from 90% diaphragm, 10% throat. If you feel strain in your throat, you've shifted back to nervous breathing. Your brain is the most powerful computer ever created, capable of processing vast amounts of information and shaping your reality. But here's the thing. Most people never learn how to truly program this incredible biological supercomputer. Today, we're going to change that. We're diving deep into the science of mental programming, unlocking the secrets to mastering your mind and transforming every aspect of your life. Let's start with the neuroscience foundation. Mirror neurons are the key to learning and empathy, firing both when we perform an action and when we observe others doing it. This is why visualization is so powerful. Neuroplasticity means your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on your experiences and thoughts. And the reticular activating system? It's like your brain's filter, determining what information gets through to your conscious awareness. Now let's talk wealth and abundance. Your financial neural pathways and money beliefs were likely programmed in childhood. But here's the good news. You can rewire them. Visualization techniques for abundance work, because your brain can't distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. Millionaires aren't born. They're made through consistent mental training. Take Richard Branson, who visualized his success long before Virgin became a global empire. Moving on to relationships and connection mastery. Did you know that where you focus your attention literally shapes who you're attracted to? It's true. By training your empathy and emotional intelligence, you become a magnet for deep, fulfilling connections. Social mirroring and charisma development aren't just for politicians and celebrities. These are learnable skills that can transform your social life. Physical excellence isn't just about hitting the gym. Sports psychology research shows that mental rehearsal can improve physical performance by up to 15%. The mind-muscle connection isn't just bro science, it's backed by neuroscience. Olympic athletes use mental training to gain a competitive edge, and you can too, whether you're trying to build strength or master a new skill. But what about wisdom and mental clarity? Cognitive flexibility is like yoga for your brain, allowing you to see situations from multiple perspectives. Meditation isn't just for monks. It's been shown to enhance decision-making abilities in high-pressure situations. By training your information filtering skills, you can cultivate true wisdom in a world of information overload. So how do you put all this into practice? Here's your implementation blueprint. Start with a daily mental training routine. This could be as simple as 10 minutes of visualization in the morning, followed by 5 minutes of gratitude journaling at night. Measure your progress using objective metrics like income growth, relationship satisfaction scores, or physical performance benchmarks. The key is consistency. Your brain is always learning, always adapting. Every thought, every visualization, every moment of focused attention is programming your neural pathways. So ask yourself, what kind of life do you want to program for yourself? Don't wait for someday. The best time to start reprogramming your mind was years ago. The second best time is right now. Take action today. Start small, but start. Your future self will thank you for the incredible journey you're about to embark on. Remember, you have the most powerful computer in the known universe sitting right between your ears. It's time to learn how to use it. Master your mind and you'll master your life. The science is clear. The techniques are proven. And the potential within you is limitless. Are you ready to unlock it? Your purpose in life is whatever ignites your soul. Do what you want. Follow your heart like a compass pointing toward your truth. Chase what brings you joy, not what others expect. Live life in bold, vibrant colors and paint your story across the canvas of existence. Nothing in the past defines you. Those chapters are closed, their lessons learned. The future is not written in stone. It's forged by how authentically you live today. But how do you discover this purpose? First, break your patterns, take time away from routine, walk in nature, sit quietly, reflect deeply. Your answers won't come from the noise of daily life, but from the silence within. Examine your natural strengths. What energizes you? What activities make you lose track of time? These are clues to your calling. When you work with your strengths, you don't just perform better, you feel more alive. Look at your past experiences. What moments filled you with pride? What challenges shaped your character? Your purpose often emerges from your struggles transformed into your service to others. Ask yourself, who do I want to help? Your purpose isn't just about you, it's about contribution. Whether it's helping children learn, solving business problems, or creating beauty in the world. Meaningful purpose connects to something greater than yourself. Set goals aligned with this vision, but not just any goals, make them specific. Instead of I want to help people, say I want to mentor 10 young entrepreneurs this year. Specificity turns dreams into reality. Take action, even small steps. Purpose isn't found in thinking alone, but in doing. Try new things, volunteer. Explore different careers. Each experience teaches you something about yourself. Build relationships with people who share your values. Surround yourself with those who inspire and challenge you. Your purpose often becomes clearer through the reflection of others who see your potential. Expect obstacles. Purpose isn't a destination you reach once and stay forever. It evolves as you grow. The setbacks aren't failures. They're course corrections guiding you toward your true path. Every breath is a choice. Every moment a chance to be who you truly are. Your life is not a rehearsal. This is it. So dare to dream bigger, love deeper, risk more. Because a life lived true to yourself is a life worth living. The power to create your destiny lies within you. Use it, start today. Your purpose is waiting for you to claim it. Prepare to embark on an epic journey through the realms of myth and legend, where creatures of unimaginable power and beauty reign supreme. From the fiery depths of ancient lore to the glittering heights of modern imagination, we're about to explore the greatest mythical beings ever conceived by human minds. Our first stop takes us to the awe-inspiring world of dragons. These majestic beasts have captivated cultures across the globe for millennia. In the East, they're revered as wise and benevolent guardians, while Western tales often cast them as fearsome adversaries to be vanquished by brave heroes. From the serpentine dragons of Chinese mythology to the fire-breathing terrors of European folklore, these creatures have left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. But dragons aren't the only legendary beings to rise from the ashes of ancient tales. Enter the phoenix, a bird of unparalleled beauty and symbolism. Across cultures, this magnificent creature represents rebirth, renewal, and the triumph of life over death. Its cyclical nature, rising anew from its own ashes, has inspired countless stories of hope and perseverance throughout history. Now let's gallop into the enchanted forests where unicorns roam. These elegant, horse-like creatures with their distinctive spiral horns have long been associated with purity, innocence, and magical healing powers. From medieval tapestries to modern-day children's stories, unicorns continue to capture our hearts with their grace and mystique. Our journey takes a dive into the depths of the ocean, where mermaids sing their haunting melodies. Half human, half fish, these alluring beings have both enticed and terrified sailors for centuries. Their stories span the globe, from the sirens of Greek mythology to the water spirits of African folklore. Today, mermaids continue to make waves in popular culture, symbolizing the mysterious allure of the sea. But not all mythical creatures bask in the light of admiration. As we venture into the shadows, we encounter the dark creatures that have haunted our nightmares for generations. Vampires, werewolves, and other shape-shifting horrors have evolved from ancient superstitions to become staples of modern horror. These beings often embody our deepest fears and darkest desires, serving as cautionary tales and thrilling antagonists in equal measure. The impact of these legendary creatures extends far beyond the realm of ancient storytelling. Today, they're more alive than ever in our books, movies, and video games. Dragons soar across the silver screen in blockbuster franchises, while unicorns and mermaids enchant new generations through animated features. Even the darker creatures find their place, with vampires and werewolves starring in teen dramas and horror films alike. This enduring fascination with mythical beings speaks to something fundamental in the human experience. These creatures embody our hopes, fears, and dreams, allowing us to explore complex ideas through the lens of the fantastic. They challenge our understanding of the world, pushing the boundaries between reality and imagination. As we conclude our whirlwind tour of mythology's greatest hits, it's clear that these legendary creatures are more than just flights of fancy. They're a testament to the power of human creativity and the universal themes that connect us across cultures and generations. Whether they inspire awe, terror, or wonder, mythical creatures continue to shape our stories and our world in profound ways. So the next time you encounter a dragon in a fantasy novel or spot a mermaid in a movie, remember, you're not just witnessing a figment of imagination. You're participating in a rich tapestry of human culture that stretches back to the dawn of storytelling itself. These mythical beings may not walk among us, but their impact on our world is undeniably real, continuing to captivate and inspire us in ways both timeless and ever-evolving. Are you ready to unlock the ultimate formula for success in every area of your life? Buckle up, because I'm about to reveal why study is the master key to everything you've ever wanted. Let's start with conquering fear through knowledge. You see, fear is nothing more than a lack of understanding. When you dive deep into a subject, suddenly those scary unknowns become familiar territory. That presentation you're dreading, once you've studied your topic inside and out, you'll walk in there like you own the place. That's the power of knowledge. It transforms fear into confidence. Now let's talk about the wealth creation blueprint. Every self-made millionaire will tell you the same thing. Success leaves clues. By studying the strategies of those who've already achieved financial freedom, you're essentially downloading their blueprint for success. You'll learn how to spot opportunities, manage risk, and make your money work for you. It's not about luck. It's about applying proven principles that you can only gain through dedicated study. But wealth isn't just about money, is it? Let's dive into physical and relationship mastery. Your body is a complex machine, and by studying nutrition and exercise science, you can optimize it for peak performance. Want to build muscle, lose fat, or boost your energy? It all starts with understanding how your body works. By studying psychology and communication, you'll unlock the secrets to deeper connections, whether it's in your personal life or in business. Now here's where it gets really exciting. The unstoppable study system. This isn't about cramming for exams. It's about creating a lifestyle of continuous learning. Imagine waking up every day, hungry for knowledge, and having a system that allows you to absorb and apply information faster than you ever thought possible. That's what we're talking about here. It's about leveraging technology, understanding how your brain works, and creating habits that turn you into a learning machine. But here's the real kicker: breaking through to mastery. This is where study becomes a superpower. When you commit to becoming a master in your field, something magical happens. You start seeing connections that others miss. You develop intuition that seems almost supernatural. And suddenly you're not just playing the game, you're changing it. Now I know what you might be thinking. I don't have time to study. But here's the truth: you don't have time not to. Every minute you spend learning is an investment in your future self. It's compound interest for your brain. And the beauty of it is, the more you learn, the easier it becomes to learn even more. Think about it. Every problem you face, every goal you want to achieve, every dream you have, there's someone out there who's already figured it out. And their knowledge is just waiting for you to tap into it. Books, courses, mentors, they're all keys to unlocking your potential. But you have to take action. So here's my challenge to you. Commit to becoming a lifelong learner. Start small if you have to. Read for 30 minutes a day. Take an online course, find a mentor. But whatever you do, don't stop learning. Because when you embrace study as a way of life, you're not just improving yourself, you're transforming your entire world. Remember, knowledge isn't just power, it's potential energy. And when you apply what you learn, that potential explodes into real-world results. So whether you want to conquer your fears, build wealth, master your health and relationships, or become unstoppable in your field, the answer is clear. Study is the master key that unlocks it all. Are you ready to turn that key and open the door to your best life? The choice is yours. But I can promise you this: on the other side of that door is a version of yourself you've only dreamed of becoming. And it all starts with the decision to never stop learning. So what are you waiting for? Your future self is counting on you. Let's do this. Are you ready to embark on a transformative journey from novice to world-class expert? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into the complete mastery process that will revolutionize your life and career. Let's start with the foundation building phase. Picture yourself confidently commanding a room, your voice resonating with authority as you deliver a captivating presentation. This isn't just a dream, it's your future reality. Through daily practice, vocal exercises, and structured skill development, you'll become a master of public speaking. But we're not stopping there. Imagine your YouTube channel exploding with engaged followers hanging on your every word. By consistently creating valuable content and optimizing your online presence, you'll build a loyal audience that can't get enough of what you have to offer. Now let's talk about your personal brand. Envision yourself stepping into any room, turning heads with your impeccable style and commanding presence. We'll dive deep into wardrobe planning, color coordination, and personal branding strategies that will make you unforgettable. But true mastery goes beyond the surface. You'll develop razor-sharp interpersonal skills, becoming a master of active listening, empathy, and conflict resolution. And when the pressure's on, you'll remain cool as a cucumber, armed with mindfulness techniques and emotional intelligence that keep you in control. But wait, there's more. We're not just building skills, we're forging mental fortitude that would make a Navy SEAL jealous. Visualize yourself radiating unshakable confidence, your positive self-talk drowning out any doubts. Failures? They're just stepping stones on your path to greatness. You'll develop a resilience that turns setbacks into comebacks, maintaining a growth mindset that propels you forward. And when it comes to focus, you'll be a laser beam of concentration, armed with meditation techniques and distraction-busting strategies that keep you locked on your goals. As you progress, get ready for some serious momentum. Each skill improvement will create a snowball effect, leading to compound growth that'll leave your head spinning in the best way possible. You'll track your progress meticulously, celebrating every small win and sharing your journey with accountability partners who'll keep you motivated and on track. But we're not done yet, not even close. It's time to stack those skills like a master Jenga player. Leadership? You'll inspire teams with your vision and decision-making prowess. Negotiation? You'll be crafting win-win solutions like a seasoned diplomat. And when it comes to creativity and problem-solving, you'll be the go-to person for innovative ideas and systematic approaches that crack even the toughest challenges. As you reach expert-level mastery, prepare to channel your excitement into pushing even further. You'll study under world-class mentors, immersing yourself in advanced training that takes you to the bleeding edge of your field. Get ready to develop unique methodologies that set you apart from the competition, becoming the trendsetter others scramble to keep up with. But true mastery lies in the details. You'll focus intensely on perfecting every micro-element of your craft, using slow-motion rehearsal and video analysis to refine your timing and flow, until excellence becomes second nature. You'll create daily routines and systems that ensure continuous improvement, turning your environment into a breeding ground for success. And when you finally reach that pinnacle of world-class excellence, you'll be operating at a level that leaves others in awe. You'll compete with and learn from the best in every field you enter, setting new performance benchmarks that redefine what's possible. You'll become the gold standard, the person others look to for inspiration and guidance. But remember, true mastery isn't a solo journey. You'll build a network of high performers who challenge and inspire you, creating mastermind groups and accountability circles that fuel mutual growth. You'll contribute to communities while soaking up collective wisdom, becoming both a learner and a leader. In the end, you'll integrate all these mastered skills into a comprehensive arsenal of capabilities. You'll develop unique combinations that create unbeatable competitive advantages, leveraging cross-pollination between disciplines to innovate in ways no one else can. This is your journey to becoming the ultimate version of yourself, a journey where excellence spans every area of your life. So are you ready to take that first step? The path to complete mastery awaits, and your world-class future is calling. Let's make it happen. The ultimate decision-making mastery. 7 frameworks that will transform your life forever. Every single choice you make is architecting your future. Today, you'll master the exact systems that billionaires, world leaders, and peak performers use to make consistently brilliant decisions. This isn't theory. These are battle-tested frameworks that will revolutionize how you navigate life's biggest moments. The uncomfortable truth? Most people make decisions based on emotions, social pressure, or outdated beliefs. They wonder why their lives feel stuck. Today, you break free from that pattern forever. Framework 1, the intelligence gathering system. Great decisions require great information. But here's what separates masters from amateurs. They know exactly when to stop researching and start deciding. IT research confirms that 70% of desired information is the optimal decision threshold. Beyond that, you're not being thorough. You're avoiding the responsibility of choice. Build your decision intelligence map. First, define the real problem you're solving. Most bad decisions come from solving the wrong problem entirely. Second, identify all viable options. Force yourself to find at least 3 alternatives, even for seemingly binary choices. Third, map the potential outcomes and their probabilities. Fourth, calculate the true costs. Not just financial, but opportunity costs, energy costs, and relationship costs. Framework 2, the Bezos two-door decision model. Jeff Bezos revolutionized decision-making by categorizing every choice as either a one-way door or two-way door decision. One-way doors are irreversible and require careful deliberation. Two-way doors are reversible and should be made quickly with 70% of the information. Most decisions are two-way doors, but we treat them like one-way doors, creating analysis paralysis. Framework 3, the 80-year-old self-test. This is the framework Bezos used when leaving Wall Street to start Amazon. Project yourself to age 80 and ask, which choice would I regret more, trying and failing or never trying at all? Your 80-year-old self cares about meaning, fulfillment, and whether you lived authentically. Framework 4, first principles thinking. Break complex decisions down to fundamental truths. Instead of reasoning by analogy, ask, what are the basic building blocks of this situation? What assumptions am I making that might be false? This is how Elon Musk approaches every major decision. Framework 5, the opportunity cost matrix. Every choice has hidden costs. What you give up by choosing one path over another. List your top 3 options. For each, write what you're gaining and what you're sacrificing. The best decisions maximize gains while minimizing regrets. Framework 6, probabilistic thinking. Assign probabilities to different outcomes. Think in probabilities, not certainties. If option A has 70% chance of moderate success versus option B's 30% chance of massive success, which serves your goals better? Framework 7, the values alignment test. Before finalizing any major decision, ask, does this align with my core values? Will I be proud of this choice in 5 years? Can I handle the worst-case scenario? Am I making this choice from fear or from possibility? Your decisions shape your destiny. These 7 frameworks are your blueprint for consistently making choices that compound into an extraordinary life. Master these frameworks and you master your future. Your thoughts, they seem so real, so important. But what if I told you they're just passing clouds in the vast sky of your consciousness? When you simply observe these thoughts without getting caught up in them, something magical happens. You begin to realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that witnesses them. This awareness, This is who you truly are. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself through your unique perspective. In this recognition, a profound freedom emerges. The boundaries between you and everything else begin to dissolve. You discover that your natural state isn't struggle or seeking, it's pure bliss. This bliss doesn't depend on external circumstances or other people's moods. It's not something you need to earn or find. It's already here, waiting patiently beneath the surface of your daily experience. The present moment becomes your sanctuary. It's the only reality that truly exists. The past is but a memory, the future merely imagination. Here now in this eternal moment you find your home. Most suffering comes from mental time travel, replaying old regrets or rehearsing future worries. But when you anchor yourself in presence, these mental storms lose their power over you. You see them for what they are, temporary waves on an infinite ocean of stillness. Life itself becomes a beautiful game. We chose to be here, to experience this human adventure, knowing deep down that we are the creators of our own reality. Every challenge, every joy, every person you meet, they're all aspects of the same infinite consciousness playing different roles. You don't need to prove your worth or save anyone. Everyone you encounter is you in another form, another expression of the same universal awareness. Compassion flows naturally when you recognize this fundamental unity. Your experiences don't define you. You give rise to all experience. You are the silence behind every thought, the stillness beneath every emotion, the awareness that remains unchanged through all of life's ups and downs. Peace isn't something to chase or find. It's simply what remains when you stop pretending to be someone you're not. You are pure consciousness, not the body or mind you inhabit. These are simply temporary vehicles for your infinite essence. So rest here in this knowing. Let thoughts and feelings flow through you like weather patterns across the sky. Don't try to control or change anything. Simply be. In this effortless being, you discover what you've always been seeking. The recognition that you are already whole, already free, already home. Every challenge that seems so important is just a temporary ripple on your vast ocean of being. When you truly understand this, they lose their grip on you. You remain centered in the eye of every storm, untouched by the chaos that once seemed so real. This is your invitation, not to become something new, but to remember what you've always been. Welcome home to yourself. Ancient scrolls and mystical tomes whisper of a universal secret, a key that unlocks the doors to wealth, confidence, relationships, health, and happiness. This arcane knowledge, hidden for centuries, is now revealed to those who seek it. But beware, for like the most potent of magical spells, mastering this secret requires dedication, persistence, and an unwavering commitment to study. Imagine yourself in a grand ethereal library, shelves stretching endlessly in every direction. Each book, each scroll contains a fragment of the ultimate truth. Your task, should you choose to accept it, is to piece together these fragments, to weave them into a tapestry of understanding that will transform your life. The path to mastery begins with seeking wisdom from trusted sources. Just as a novice wizard seeks out a mentor, you must find those who have walked the path before you. Their experiences, their triumphs, and even their failures will light your way. But remember, true wisdom comes not from a single source, but from many. Seek out diverse perspectives, challenge your assumptions, and let your understanding grow. As you embark on this journey, you'll discover that knowledge is not a destination, but a continuous flow. Like a river that never runs dry, you must immerse yourself in this stream of wisdom, absorbing new insights and ideas with every passing moment. Read voraciously, listen intently, and observe keenly. Every interaction, every experience becomes an opportunity to learn and grow. But knowledge alone is not enough. Time and persistence are the alchemical ingredients that transform raw information into true power. Each study session, each moment of focused attention builds upon the last. Like layers of sediment forming a mighty mountain, your understanding will grow slowly but inexorably until it towers above the ordinary. As you delve deeper into the realms of success, you'll uncover domains of power that span the breadth of human experience. In the realm of wealth, you'll master the arcane arts of commerce and prosperity magic. Numbers will dance to your tune, and opportunities will reveal themselves where others see only obstacles. Confidence, that elusive quality that sets leaders apart, becomes yours to command as you unravel the psychological and communication spells that govern human interaction. Your words will carry weight, your presence will command attention, and your self-assurance will become an unshakable foundation. Fear, that ancient enemy of progress, will crumble before your newfound courage. Drawing upon the wisdom of warriors past and present, you'll learn to face challenges head-on, to embrace discomfort as a catalyst for growth, and to push beyond the boundaries of your comfort zone. In the realm of relationships, you'll gain insight into the human heart, understanding the subtle currents of emotion and desire that shape our connections with others. Your empathy will deepen, your communication will clarify, and your bonds with others will strengthen and flourish. Even your physical form will respond to this universal formula. By walking the warrior's path and mastering the arts of body enhancement, you'll unlock reserves of strength and vitality you never knew you possessed. Your body will become a finely tuned instrument, capable of feats that once seemed impossible. As you progress on this path, you'll witness the compound effect in action. Each study session, each new piece of knowledge, each moment of practice builds upon the last. What begins as a trickle soon becomes a stream, then a river, and finally an unstoppable torrent of success. You'll break through dimensional barriers, transcending the limitations that once held you back. But remember, this journey is not for the faint of heart. It demands dedication, focus, and an unwavering commitment to growth. There will be moments of doubt, periods of struggle, and times when progress seems slow. Yet it is in these moments that true mastery is forged. So, seeker of success, are you ready to embark on this grand adventure? Are you prepared to unlock the secrets of the universe, to harness the power of relentless study, and to transform your life in ways you've never imagined? The ancient scrolls have revealed their secrets. The magical libraries stand ready to share their wisdom. The path lies before you, waiting to be walked. Take that first step. Open your mind to the endless possibilities that await. And remember, with each page you turn, each idea you explore, you're not just gaining knowledge, you're unlocking the ultimate formula for success in every aspect of your life. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey to mastery begins now. Hey there, progress seekers. Today we're diving into the secret sauce of success that the world's top achievers all have in common. It's not about being perfect, it's about getting addicted to progress. You see, your brain is wired for growth. It's not just the end result that gives you that sweet dopamine hit. Every step forward, no matter how small, lights up your neural pathways like a fireworks show. That's right. Your brain is literally rewarding you for making progress, not just for crossing the finish line. So how can you tap into this superpower? Enter the Progress Advantage formula. First up, we've got the power of small wins. Don't underestimate those tiny victories. They're the building blocks of massive momentum. It's like rolling a snowball down a hill. Start small, and before you know it, you've got an unstoppable force. Next, shift your focus from the outcome to the process. It's not about obsessing over the end goal, but falling in love with the journey. When you're all about the process, every day becomes an opportunity to grow, learn, and improve. And guess what? Your brain loves that. Here's where it gets really fun. Celebration. Too often we rush from one task to the next without pausing to acknowledge our progress. But here's the thing. Celebrating your wins, no matter how small, actually amplifies your results. It's like giving your brain a high five, encouraging it to seek out more of those feel-good moments. Now let's talk about consistency versus perfection. Spoiler alert, consistency wins every time. It's not about doing things flawlessly. It's about showing up day after day, making steady progress. Think of it like compound interest for your personal growth. Those small, consistent efforts add up to massive gains over time. Remember, progress is your natural state. You were born to grow, to evolve, to become better than you were yesterday. When you embrace this truth and focus on forward movement, you unlock unlimited potential. It's not about reaching some arbitrary finish line. It's about continually pushing your boundaries and expanding what's possible. So, here's your challenge. Start embracing progress in your daily life. Celebrate those small steps. Fall in love with the process and show up consistently. Your brain is craving growth, so feed it. Before you know it, you'll be addicted to progress, riding that wave of continuous improvement all the way to the top. Remember, the most successful people aren't perfect, they're just really good at making progress. So go out there, take that first step, and watch as your world transforms one small win at a time. Your brain will thank you, and your future self will be amazed at how far you've come. Let's get growing. The Spectator's Dilemma, from watching to winning. In today's hyper-connected world, we've become a generation of spectators. We scroll through highlight reels, binge-watch success stories, and consume endless content about achievement while our own potential remains dormant. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Every minute spent watching someone else live their dreams is a minute stolen from building your own. The psychology of procrastination. Why do we choose the comfort of observation over the uncertainty of action? It's simple. Watching is safe. When we observe others succeed or fail, we experience none of the risk. We can criticize, analyze, and judge without putting ourselves on the line. But this safety comes at a devastating cost: the gradual erosion of our own ambition. Sleep has become our modern escape mechanism. We hit snooze not just on our alarms, but on our aspirations. Each extra hour in bed is another hour we tell ourselves that tomorrow will be different, that someday we'll find the perfect moment to begin. The passion paradox. Passion without action is merely a beautiful thought. It's the spark that could ignite a fire, but without fuel, without deliberate, consistent effort, it remains nothing more than potential energy. The world is filled with passionate dreamers who never became passionate doers. But here's where it gets interesting. If you possess natural talent, you're holding a loaded weapon in the battle for success. Talent is your multiplier, your secret advantage. However, talent without effort is like having a sports car with no fuel. Impressive to look at, but it won't take you anywhere. The action imperative. The difference between those who achieve and those who merely aspire lies in one fundamental principle: bias toward action. Successful people understand that imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. They know that the path reveals itself as you walk it, not before you take the first step. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for confidence to magically appear. Confidence isn't a prerequisite for action. It's a byproduct of it. Every small step forward builds the momentum that carries you toward your goals. Your talent, combined with relentless effort, creates an unstoppable force. But remember, talent gets you started, but discipline gets you finished. The grind isn't glamorous, but it's where champions are forged. The time for watching is over. The time for action is now. Your dreams are not spectator sports. They require your full participation. Stop being an audience member in your own life. Step onto the stage, grab the spotlight, and show the world what you're truly capable of. The question isn't whether you have what it takes. The question is, are you finally ready to prove it? Imagine walking into any room and instantly knowing who's trustworthy, who's genuine, and who might drain your energy. This isn't magic. It's a skill called reading people, and it's your superpower for building meaningful relationships. Let's start with body language. When someone crosses their arms during conversation, they're mentally closed off. I learned this during a job interview when the hiring manager folded his arms the moment I mentioned salary. That gesture told me everything. But here's what's fascinating. When people are genuinely interested, they mirror your movements. Lean forward, they lean forward. This unconscious mirroring says, I'm on your wavelength. Now let's talk about eyes. Genuine smiles reach the eyes, creating crow's feet. Fake smiles stop at the mouth. I once met a business partner with a perfect smile but cold, calculating eyes. 6 months later, he tried to steal my biggest client. His eyes had warned me from day one. Here's a workplace example. You're presenting an idea and someone checks their watch, shifts in their seat, or their eyes wander. These signal disengagement, but someone truly interested? They lean in, maintain eye contact, and their body points toward you. Reading people goes beyond body language. Pay attention to energy. Some people light up rooms. They're genuinely excited to see others, ask meaningful questions, remember details. These are your people, they elevate you. Then there are energy vampires. They only call when they need something. Their conversations revolve around complaints and drama. After spending time with them, you feel drained. I remember Sarah, a colleague who seemed friendly, but every interaction left me exhausted. She dumped problems on me, never asked about my life, made every conversation about her struggles. When I limited our interactions, my whole workday improved. Here's how to strengthen this skill. Watch people in coffee shops. Observe colleagues during meetings. Notice how different people make you feel. Ask yourself, after talking to this person, do I feel energized or drained? Look for consistency between words and actions. Someone might say they're happy for your success, but do they change the subject quickly? Trust that gut feeling, it's usually right. The most successful people surround themselves with carefully curated circles of supporters and mentors who challenge them to grow. Think about Steve Jobs. He quickly assessed people and decided who belonged on his team. Warren Buffett only does business with people he genuinely likes and trusts. Here's your action plan. For the next week, practice conscious observation. Notice body language, energy levels, and how people make you feel. Start distancing yourself from those who drain you. and invest more time in relationships that inspire you. Remember, being good at reading people isn't about judging. It's about protecting your energy and investing it wisely. It's about building a life surrounded by genuine, supportive people who want to see you succeed. Your inner circle determines your outer success. Choose wisely, observe carefully, and trust your instincts. This skill will transform your relationships and your entire life trajectory. Imagine walking through life wearing invisible armor, not to protect yourself from physical harm, but from something far more damaging. Taking everything personally. Here's the most profound psychological truth you'll ever encounter. Nothing people do to you is actually about you. Let me explain why this changes everything. When someone criticizes you, attacks your character, or tries to diminish your worth, your natural instinct is to believe it's a reflection of who you are. But here's what's really happening. They're projecting their own inner world onto you. Think of every person as carrying an invisible backpack filled with their fears, insecurities, traumas, and unhealed wounds. When they interact with you, they're not seeing you clearly. They're seeing you through the lens of everything in that backpack. The person who calls you weak, they're terrified of their own weakness. The one who questions your intelligence, they're battling imposter syndrome. The colleague who undermines you, they're drowning in their own inadequacy. This isn't just psychology, this is liberation. When you truly understand that their words and actions are autobiographies, not biographies of you, everything shifts. Consider power dynamics. So many people get trapped in these games, trying to prove themselves, fighting for recognition, desperately seeking validation. But when you step back and observe rather than participate, you gain something invaluable: perspective. You begin to see the patterns. The boss who micromanages is revealing their need for control because they feel powerless elsewhere. The friend who constantly one-ups you is showing their deep fear of not being enough. Here's the beautiful paradox. The moment you stop taking things personally, you actually become more powerful. You're no longer reactive. You're no longer allowing other people's inner chaos to dictate your emotional state. This doesn't mean becoming cold or disconnected. It means becoming wise. It means seeing people's humanity, their struggles, their pain, without absorbing it as truth about yourself. When someone tries to hurt you, they're actually giving you a roadmap to their own vulnerabilities. They're showing you exactly what they think would devastate them. Their attacks become windows into their psyche. The person who mocks your dreams probably gave up on their own. The one who criticizes your appearance is likely battling their own self-image. The individual who questions your capabilities is probably drowning in self-doubt. This perspective transforms relationships. Instead of getting defensive or hurt, you can respond with compassion or simply choose not to engage at all. You realize that you don't need to prove anything to anyone, because their judgment was never about your worth anyway. You don't need to defend yourself against projections. You don't need to carry other people's emotional baggage. This is your invitation to step out of the theater of human drama. Watch the performance, understand the actors, but don't confuse their roles with reality. Your authentic self, the person you are when you're not performing, not defending, not reacting, that's where your real power lies. Stop taking it personally. It never was personal. It was always about them. This is your freedom. Listen to me carefully. Right now, at this very moment, you might feel like you're facing an impossible mountain. You might think your dreams are too big, your obstacles too overwhelming, your past too heavy to carry forward. But I want you to understand something profound that will change everything for you. Every single challenge you're facing right now, every fear, every doubt, every seemingly insurmountable obstacle has been conquered before. Not once, not twice, but thousands of times by ordinary people who decided to become extraordinary. Think about it. Every breakthrough in human history started with someone just like you. Someone who felt inadequate. Someone who questioned their abilities. Someone who wondered if they had what it takes. The Wright brothers were bicycle mechanics who dared to dream of flight. Oprah Winfrey was born into poverty and faced unimaginable hardships. Stephen King's first novel was rejected 30 times before it became a bestseller. You are not alone in this journey. That feeling of isolation, that voice in your head telling you that nobody understands your struggle, it's an illusion. Millions of people have walked the exact path you're walking right now. They've felt the same fears, faced the same uncertainties, and questioned the same dreams. But here's where the magic happens. Every single one of those people who succeeded left breadcrumbs for you to follow. They wrote books sharing their strategies. They gave speeches revealing their secrets. They created blueprints for success that you can access right now, today. The knowledge you need already exists. The answers to your questions have already been discovered. The roadmap to your destination has already been drawn by those who've made the journey before you. All you have to do is seek it out and apply it. Stop making excuses. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop believing that your situation is unique or impossible. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to learn and take action. Every morning, millions of people wake up and choose mediocrity. They choose comfort over growth, fear over courage, excuses over action. But not you. Today you choose differently. Today you choose to be the person who seeks knowledge, who learns from those who've succeeded, who takes massive action toward their dreams. Your transformation doesn't start tomorrow. It doesn't start next week or next year. It starts right now in this moment with your decision to change, your decision to learn, your decision to grow. The world is waiting for what you have to offer. Your dreams aren't too big. Your actions have been too small. But that changes today. Armed with knowledge, fueled by determination, and guided by those who've walked this path before you, there is absolutely nothing you cannot achieve. Your time is now, your moment is here. Take action, seek knowledge, and change your life forever. You only have one chance to show yourself in the world how formidable and capable you are. You are your most formidable self right now. Not tomorrow, not next year, but right now. This is your moment of peak potential. Put a concrete plan into place. Choose a field where you want to compete and dominate. Stop making excuses and start making moves. You are capable beyond measure. You have the skill, the intelligence, and the divine potential burning within you. But here's the harsh truth. Potential without action is just wishful thinking. You have everything you need inside you right now. The question isn't whether you're capable. The question is whether you'll step up and prove it. Don't wait until old age to regret that you didn't fully engage. Don't be the person who looks back and wonders what if. The world is waiting to see what you're truly made of, but they can't see it until you show them. Your intelligence, your potential, your dreams, turn them into something tangible, something real, something that proves to yourself and everyone around you that you are exactly as formidable as you know deep down you are. The time for preparation is over. The time for action is now. Choose your field, dominate your space, and rise to the top where you belong. The exponential success formula. Why doing more creates unstoppable momentum. Most people think success is linear. One step forward equals one step of progress. They're wrong. Real success follows an exponential curve, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to tap into this powerful principle. Chapter 1. The compound effect of action. Here's what most people don't understand. Every action you take doesn't just create one result, it creates a ripple effect. When you start that second YouTube channel, you're not just doubling your content output, you're developing new skills, reaching new audiences, and creating cross-pollination between your channels. Each video teaches you something that makes the next 10 videos better. Think about it like this. If you're networking, and you only talk to one person, you get one connection. But when you push yourself to talk to 5 people, something incredible happens. Those 5 people introduce you to others, creating a network effect that multiplies your opportunities exponentially. Chapter 2. The psychology of momentum. Here's where it gets fascinating. Your brain is wired to build on success. When you complete one challenging task, your confidence soars, making the next challenge feel more achievable. This isn't just motivation, it's neuroscience. Each win releases dopamine, which literally rewires your brain to crave more achievement. The comfort zone is a success killer because it keeps you in linear thinking. But when you deliberately overload your plate, responsibly, you activate what psychologists call positive stress. This state doesn't drain your energy, it multiplies it. Chapter 3. The energy multiplication principle. Most people believe that doing more equals burning out. This is backwards thinking. When you're operating at low capacity, every small task feels overwhelming. But when you're running at high capacity with purpose, you enter what athletes call the zone. Your energy doesn't get depleted when you're doing meaningful work, it gets amplified. Each completed project gives you fuel for the next. Each challenge overcome makes you stronger for bigger challenges. This is why successful people seem to have unlimited energy, while unsuccessful people are always tired. Chapter 4. Breaking through the action threshold. There's a critical threshold in every person's life, the moment when they stop playing small and start playing big. This threshold isn't about talent or luck, it's about volume of action. When you consistently do more than what's comfortable, you break through invisible barriers that held you back. The secret isn't balance, it's intelligent overload. Take on projects that complement each other, that teach you transferable skills, that build your reputation in multiple directions simultaneously. Chapter 5, the implementation strategy. Here's your action plan. Start by identifying 3 areas where you can increase your output immediately. Don't aim for perfection, aim for momentum. Set up systems that make doing more feel natural, not forced. Remember, the goal isn't to burn out, it's to burn bright. When you align increased action with clear purpose, magic happens. Your results don't just improve, they explode. The bottom line, success isn't about working harder, it's about leveraging the exponential power of consistent action. When you stop making excuses and start making moves, when you load up your plate with intention and execute with energy, you'll discover that your capacity for achievement is far greater than you ever imagined. Stop playing small. The world needs what you're capable of when you're operating at full capacity. Your exponential success story starts with your next decision to do more. When everyone says something is too dangerous, don't test it just to find out the hard way. Some lessons aren't worth the scars. The wise know pain isn't the only teacher, history is. Icarus flew too close to the sun. Don't make the same mistake. Most people only learn when they fall, fail, or hurt. But here's the truth. You don't need to touch fire to know it burns. Shortcut your growth by learning from the mistakes of others. That's how leaders move faster than the rest. Before you take any risk, pause. Ask, does this make sense? Is the reward worth the consequence? Smart people don't avoid risk, they analyze it. That's the difference between gambling your life and building your future. Watch the world closely. Every mistake, every failure, every downfall, you can learn from it without living it. Observation is one of the most powerful tools for success. Those who see, understand. Those who ignore, repeat. Dream big, fly high. Chase the impossible, but do it with wisdom. Icarus flew with no limits and fell. You can soar further than he ever did, because you know when to stop, when to push, and when to pivot. Success isn't about avoiding risk, it's about mastering it. Everything is energy. This isn't just spiritual philosophy. It's the fundamental truth that governs every interaction, every relationship, and every success you'll ever achieve. Point 1. Understanding your energy field. You are a walking energy transmitter. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every intention you hold creates an energetic signature that radiates from you like invisible waves. Science calls it bioelectromagnetic fields. Ancient wisdom calls it your aura. Whatever you name it, people feel it instantly. Think about the last time you walked into a room and immediately sensed tension, or met someone who made you feel instantly comfortable. That's energy in action. You're constantly broadcasting who you are, and others are constantly receiving that signal. Point 2. The energy you absorb shapes. Your environment is everything. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, the spaces you inhabit, they're all feeding your energy field. Negative people drain you because they're literally pulling energy from your system. Positive, ambitious people elevate you because their high-frequency energy lifts yours. This is why successful people are extremely selective about their inner circle. They understand that energy is contagious. Surround yourself with complainers, and you'll find yourself complaining. Surround yourself with dreamers and achievers, and you'll start dreaming bigger and achieving more. Point 3. Mastering your energy output. Here's where personal power begins. Taking conscious control of the energy you emit. Most people are unconscious energy broadcasters, letting their moods, circumstances, and reactions dictate their energetic state. But you can choose differently. Start each day by setting your energetic intention. Visualize yourself radiating confidence, positivity, and purpose. When challenges arise, pause and ask, what energy do I want to bring to this situation? This simple practice transforms you from a reactive person to a creative force. Point 4. Energy and professional success. In business, people don't just buy your product or service. They buy your energy. They invest in leaders who radiate confidence, vision, and integrity. They collaborate with those who emit trustworthiness and competence. They follow those whose energy inspires them to be better. Your energy determines whether you get the promotion, win the client, or attract the right opportunities. It's not just about what you know or what you do. It's about who you're being and the energy you bring to every interaction. Point 5. Energy in relationships. Every relationship is an energy exchange. Healthy relationships occur when two people's energies complement and elevate each other. Toxic relationships happen when energies clash, or when one person consistently drains the other. Master your own energy first. When you're centered, confident, and radiating positive energy, you naturally attract people who match that frequency. You also become someone others want to be around, love, and support. Your energy, your legacy. Remember this. Your energy is your most valuable asset. It's more important than your resume, your bank account, or your network. It's the invisible force that opens doors, builds bridges, and creates the life you desire. Every moment you're choosing what energy to emit. Choose wisely, choose consciously. Choose to be the person whose energy lights up every room, inspires every team, and elevates every relationship. The world needs your unique energy. Own it, master it, share it, like and subscribe for more divine wisdom. Share this video to those you love. You stand at the precipice of your own power, a sovereign in a kingdom yet unclaimed. Look within. You are the one in control. You are the lord of all the beasts of the land and the creatures of the sea. This is not a distant myth or a forgotten legend. It is the truth of your being. Your inner world, a vast continent of thoughts, beliefs, and potential, awaits its ruler. Your inner ocean, a deep and mysterious realm of emotion and intuition, awaits its master. Let us embark on the journey to claim your throne. The land is the territory of your mind. It is populated by beasts both fierce and timid. See the lion of courage. Its roar is your voice, silencing the serpent of doubt that whispers limitations into your ear. You must confront this serpent not with aggression but with unshakable presence. Your courage gives you the right to rule this land. Then look to the skies. The eagle of vision soars above the plains. This is your higher self, your ability to see beyond the immediate struggles and perceive the grand pattern of your life. The eagle's flight is your vision. From this vantage point, problems become pathways, obstacles become opportunities. To rule the land is to tame your fears with courage and to guide your actions with clear, expansive vision. Now we turn to the sea, the vast, deep ocean of your emotions and your subconscious. It is a world of silent currents and untold power. Do not fear its depths. Here swims the whale of intuition. It is ancient, wise, and moves with a purpose that defies surface-level logic. The whale's silent power is your own. This is your gut feeling, your inner knowing. To be the master of the sea is not to stop the waves of emotion, but to learn to surf them. It is to dive deep into your subconscious, to understand the currents that pull you, and to listen to the song of the whale, your intuition, which guides you through the darkest waters. Your emotions are not your enemy. They are your most profound source of guidance. A ruler needs a symbol of their will, a tool to enact change. This is your scepter of intention. It is forged in the fires of your focus. You are the alchemist. With this scepter, you don't just tame the beasts, you create new ones. You call forth the pack of habits, wolves of starlight that run with discipline and purpose, carving new paths through the wilderness of your mind. You summon the phoenix of resilience, rising from the ashes of your setbacks, more vibrant than before. Your will is not a brute force, it is a creative power, shaping your inner world with every conscious choice. You are the master of your domain. True sovereignty is not land or sea alone, but in the harmony between them. It is where the shore meets the tide. The union of your conscious will and your subconscious power. When you stand at this meeting point, you are whole. Your vision, like the eagle, is grounded by the courage of the lion. Your strength is made flexible and responsive by the wisdom of the whale. Your intention is the scepter in your hand. Feel the strength that resides within you, connecting you to all life. Command your world with the confidence of the sovereign you are. You are the master. You are the ruler. You are in control. Like and subscribe for more divine wisdom. Share this video to those you love. In the journey of life, we often seek the secret to profound success, the key that unlocks our ultimate potential. It is not a complex formula, but a trinity of inner strengths accessible to us all. These are focus, commitment, and sheer indomitable will. Together, they make you not just a participant in life, but a master of your destiny. First, let us consider focus. Imagine your energy as sunlight, scattered and gentle. Focus is the magnifying glass that concentrates this light into a single, powerful beam, capable of burning through any obstacle. In a world saturated with distractions, the ability to direct your attention to a single worthy goal is a superpower. It is the practice of saying no to 1,000 trivialities to say yes to the one thing that truly matters. This is where the journey begins, with a clear, unwavering gaze fixed on your destination. Second is the unwavering power of commitment. Commitment is the bridge that carries you over the chasm of doubt and difficulty. It is the solemn promise you make to yourself. A promise to endure when inspiration fades and the path grows steep. While passion is the spark, Commitment is the enduring flame that provides light and warmth through the longest nights. It is the anchor that holds you steady in the turbulent storms of adversity, ensuring that you do not drift from your chosen course. Finally, we must harness our sheer will. Will is the raw engine of action. It is the force that propels you out of inaction and drives you to take the first step, and then the next and the one after that. It is the inner voice that commands you to rise each time you fall. Willpower is a muscle. The more you exercise it by choosing the harder right over the easier wrong, the stronger it becomes. It is the fierce, quiet resolve that says, "I will continue," even when every fiber of your being wants to quit. When these three forces, the clear direction of focus, the steadfastness of commitment, and the driving power of will, are aligned, you become unstoppable. You move with a purpose that clarifies your decisions and simplifies your life. Challenges cease to be barriers and instead become tests that sharpen your strength. Success is no longer a distant hope. It becomes the natural, inevitable outcome of your inner alignment. You are the architect of your reality. Build it with intention. Like and subscribe for more divine wisdom. Share this video to those you love. In the quiet sanctuary of your own soul, let truth be the only language you speak. This is the first and final frontier of integrity. It's a commitment not to a world of appearances, but to the unshakable reality of your own inner being. We are often told to be honest with others, but the most profound journey begins with being undeniably honest with yourself. First, consider the mirror of truth. Every word you speak, every action you take is a reflection in the mirror of yourself. When you deceive another, you are first deceiving the person in that mirror. You cloud your own perception. But when you operate from a place of radical self-honesty, even a statement that veils the full truth from others is clear to you. You are not lost in your own narrative. You are the deliberate author, always aware of the authentic story underneath. Second, find the strength in your why. This is where true power is forged. When you are clear on why you say things, when you have a calculated reason for every move, you are not a leaf in the wind. You are the mountain. Confrontation doesn't shake you. Questions don't unnerve you. There is no fear or embarrassment because there is no gap between your action and your intention. You stand behind every word, not with arrogance, but with the quiet confidence of a person who knows their own mind. Finally, experience the liberation from lies. To live this way is to be free. The world believes you have never lied, not because you are a saint, but because your integrity is internal. Your accountability is not to the shifting sands of external judgment, but to the bedrock of your own self-awareness. You have no need for the validation or forgiveness of others when you are already whole and accountable within your own conscience. This is the ultimate freedom, to have never truly lied in your life because you have never ever lied to yourself. Embrace this path, the path of the sovereign self. It is a journey inward, to a place where confidence is not performed but simply is. A place where every choice is rooted in profound honesty. Start today, start now. Be the undeniable truth in your own life. Like and subscribe for more divine wisdom. Share this video with those you love. We are taught to chase success, to hunt for outcomes. A promotion, a relationship, a certain number in a bank account. But what if this entire paradigm is flawed? What if the secret to a fulfilled life isn't found in what you get, but in what you give? The most profound truth of the universe is this: it doesn't reward desire, it mirrors dedication. Our greatest fear is often failure. But true failure is a myth when your metric is effort. If you genuinely pour your soul into every action every day, then a setback is not a verdict. It is simply a lesson. It is the universe providing feedback, showing you where your application of effort can be refined. The only way to truly fail is to hold back, to give less than your best, to let fear or apathy dictate your actions. When your goal shifts from not failing to always trying, you become invincible. Each stumble is no longer a fall, but a recalibration on the path to mastery. Effort is not a transaction, it's a transformation. It is the alchemy that turns lead into gold within your own character. Every time you push through discomfort, every time you choose diligence over distraction, you are casting a vote for a new identity. This is the power of compounding. It's not just your skills that grow, it is your very essence. You are not merely doing a task, you are becoming the person who can do that task, and then so much more. This process is slow, often invisible day to day, but its cumulative effect is monumental. You are building your future self with the bricks of your present effort. The life you desire, the abundance, the love, the respect, is not something you chase and capture. It is something you attract by the person you become. The universe is a grand mirror. It reflects your state of being. If you project laziness and inconsistency, it reflects a world of chaos and lack. But if you project unwavering commitment and genuine effort, it reflects a world of opportunity and growth. Stop chasing the butterflies, build a beautiful garden, and the butterflies will come. Your outer world is a direct reflection of your inner discipline. So the secret isn't a secret at all. It is a choice to give your all, always. When you make that choice, success is no longer an external goal. It becomes an internal state of being, an inevitable byproduct of who you have become. Like and subscribe for more divine wisdom. Share this video with those you love. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I can't do this," or "It's not worth trying"? Well, let me share a powerful lesson that might change your perspective. Last year I met Frank, a man in his 50s who told me his biggest regret. 25 years ago, he dreamed of opening his own Parisian-styled cafe. He had refined his idea over and over. His friends loved the drinks he made, and he even found scenic location. But you know what stopped him? Fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. Today, every time he passes by that same street, he wonders, what if? Here's the thing about trying: it's the only way to give yourself a shot at success. Think about it. If you don't try, your chance of success is exactly 0%. But the moment you take that first step, even if it's small, your chances become greater than 0. Anywhere up to 100, so why not give it a go? I know what you're thinking. But what if I fail? Well, let me ask you, what's the worst that could happen? You might stumble, you might face setbacks, you might even fall flat on your face. But here's the beautiful thing about failure. It's not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed countless times. The difference? They kept trying, they kept learning, they enjoy it all. Remember when you learned to ride a bike? You didn't just hop on and cruise away. You fell, got scratches, maybe even shed some tears. But you kept trying, and now riding a bike is as natural as walking. That's how everything works in life. And here's something we often overlook. Trying itself is beneficial regardless of the outcome. Every attempt teaches you something new about yourself, builds your resilience, and develops your skills. It's like going to the gym. Even if you don't become an Olympic athlete, every workout makes you stronger. I've learned that regret is far more painful than failure. Failure is temporary. It stings for a while, but then it fades. It may even fuel your fire. Regret? That's the kind of pain that stays with you, that whispers what could have been into your old age. So the next time you're hesitating to try something new, remember Frank's story. Remember that by not trying, you're not protecting yourself from failure. You're guaranteeing it. Whether it's starting that business, learning that instrument, or asking that person out, give it a shot. Because here's the truth. Years from now, you won't regret the times you tried and failed. You'll regret the times you were too afraid to try at all. So go ahead, take that first step. Your future self will certainly thank you for it. You know what's fascinating about human potential? We often set our sights too low, thinking being good enough is all we need. But let me tell you something. There's an entirely different level of existence waiting for those who dare to be the best in the world at what they do. I'm not talking about simple comparisons or competing with others. I'm talking about reaching a state where your very presence commands respect. Imagine walking into any room with such unwavering confidence that when someone tries to mess with you, they quickly realize they're not just dealing with anyone, they're dealing with the best. But here's the thing about becoming the best. It's not an overnight transformation. It's a journey of constant refinement, of looking in the mirror every morning and asking yourself, am I becoming someone I'm truly proud to be? Because that's where it all starts, with self-respect and personal standards. I remember a friend I met at a Thai gym, Marcus. He was average at first, just like everyone else. But he had this fire in his eyes, this unshakable belief in his capabilities. While others were satisfied with basic routines, he pushed himself beyond conventional limits. 3 years later, he's not just a kickboxing trainer. He's the most sought-after expert in the region. Why? Because he didn't just want to be good, he wanted to be the best. The most beautiful part about becoming the best is how it transforms your relationship with yourself. You develop this deep, unwavering trust in your abilities. When challenges arise, and they will, you don't look around for someone to save you. You become that reliable force in your own life. That rock-solid foundation you can always depend on. Think about it. In those moments when everything seems to be falling apart, when the pressure is mounting and others are crumbling, what could be more powerful than knowing with absolute certainty that you can handle it? Because you've put in the work. Because you've built yourself into someone who doesn't just survive tough times but thrives in them. Being the best isn't about ego or showing off. It's about reaching a level of mastery where your excellence becomes your normal state of being. It's about creating such a high standard for yourself that excellence becomes your habit, your default mode of operation. Remember, when you commit to being the best, you're not just changing what you do, you're transforming who you are. You're becoming someone who doesn't need external validation because you know, deep in your core, that you've put in the work to be extraordinary. So I challenge you today, stop settling for mediocrity. Stop accepting good enough. Commit to being the best in your field, in your passion, in your life. Because when you truly become the best version of yourself, you don't just change your life. You inspire others to reach for their own greatness too. Have you ever heard the saying, the eyes are the windows to the soul? Well, there's actually much more truth to this ancient wisdom than you might think. Let me tell you why mastering the art of eye contact could be one of the most powerful skills you'll ever develop. You see, our eyes are directly connected to our brain. They're actually an extension of our brain tissue. This means that whatever we're thinking, feeling, or trying to hide, our eyes are constantly broadcasting these signals whether we want them to or not. Think about it. When someone's lying to you, they often can't maintain eye contact. When they're attracted to you, their pupils dilate. When they're angry, their eyes narrow. These aren't conscious choices. They're automatic responses that our brain triggers, making our eyes the most honest part of our face. I remember sitting across from a friend who was telling me everything was fine, but her eyes told a completely different story. They were darting around, slightly watery, and couldn't meet mine for more than a second. That's when I knew something was seriously wrong. And it turned out she was going through one of the toughest periods of her life. To truly understand people, you need to look deep into their eyes. Not just a casual glance, but really observe. Are they maintaining contact? Are they blinking more than usual? Do their eyes crinkle at the corners when they smile? Or is it forced? When you master the art of reading eyes, you'll find yourself making better decisions about who to trust and who to be cautious around. But here's the thing. While you're reading others, remember that they can read you too. Your eyes are equally revealing, broadcasting your thoughts and emotions to anyone paying attention. That's why it's crucial to learn how to protect your information when necessary. Sometimes strategic breaks in eye contact or practicing neutral expressions can help you maintain your privacy in situations where you need it. Think of your eyes as both a receiver and a transmitter in the complex dance of human communication. Use them wisely, and they'll serve as your most reliable tool in understanding the world around you. Just remember, in a world where words can deceive, the eyes never lie. Let me tell you something that changed my life, and I believe it could change yours too. It's about the power of thinking for yourself, something we often take for granted yet rarely practice fully. You know, I used to be that person who would constantly look to others for validation, for direction, for answers. Whether it was my parents, my best friend, or that influencer I followed religiously on social media, I thought that was the safe path, the right way to live. But I was wrong, so wrong. Here's the thing about following others blindly. It's like trying to wear someone else's shoes. They might look great, but they'll never fit quite right. You'll always be a little uncomfortable, always slightly off balance. Think about it. How many times have you agreed with someone's opinion just because you admired them? How often have you adopted someone else's values without questioning if they truly align with your heart? We all do it, and it's slowly erasing who we really are. Being truthful to yourself is like mining for diamonds. It's hard work, it's messy, and sometimes it's downright uncomfortable. But that's where the magic happens. When you start questioning your beliefs, when you dare to disagree with those you love, when you take the time to understand why you feel the way you feel, that's when you start uncovering your true self. I'll tell you something that really hit home for me. I once had a mentor I deeply respected. Everything they said seemed like gospel truth. Until one day they shared their views on something I knew deep in my gut was wrong. That moment of disagreement was terrifying, but it was also liberating. It taught me that even our heroes can be wrong, and that's okay. Your mind is like a precious stone. In its raw form, it might not look like much. But with careful thought, questioning, and polishing, it becomes something truly remarkable, something uniquely yours. And unlike borrowed opinions or secondhand beliefs, this is something that will never leave you. When life gets tough, and it will get tough, you need something solid to stand on. Not your friends' beliefs, not your parents' values, not some influencer's lifestyle. You need your own foundation, built brick by brick through independent thinking. So start today. Question everything. especially the things you've always taken for granted. Dig deeper into why you believe what you believe. Don't be afraid to change your mind when new evidence appears. And most importantly, don't be afraid to stand alone in your convictions. Because at the end of the day, the only person who has to live with your choices is you. Make sure those choices truly reflect who you are, not who others want you to be. That's how you build a life that feels authentic, meaningful, and truly yours. Your true self is waiting to be discovered. Start digging. Let me tell you something about power dynamics that most people get completely wrong. They think being nice and avoiding conflict is the way to go. But here's the truth. Understanding and using your leverage isn't just smart, it's essential for success. Think about it like a game of chess. The best players aren't just looking at their next move, and they're thinking 5, 6, even 10 moves ahead. That's exactly how you need to approach your relationships and negotiations. I'll give you a real example. Let's say you're in a job where you've become indispensable. You've got unique knowledge, key client relationships, or skills that would be hard to replace. That's leverage, but most people sit on this advantage, too scared to rock the boat. Here's what successful people do differently. They subtly signal their power. They might casually mention other opportunities they're considering. They could strategically highlight their achievements in meetings. They're not being aggressive. They're simply making their value known. But here's the crucial part that most people miss. It's not about immediate gains. If you're just thinking about getting a quick raise or a short-term benefit, you're playing checkers while others are playing chess. The real power moves happen when you think long-term. Let's say you could push for a 10% raise right now. That might feel good today. But what if playing the long game could position you for a leadership role in 2 years? That's thinking 5 steps ahead. Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't this manipulative? But here's the reality. Every relationship has power dynamics, whether we acknowledge them or not. The people who pretend these dynamics don't exist are usually the ones getting taken advantage of. Remember, being a pushover doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't serve you, and honestly, it doesn't even serve the other person. They'll lose respect for you, and you'll lose respect for yourself. The key is to be strategic but ethical. Use your leverage not to dominate, but to create win-win situations where possible. But don't be afraid to step on some toes if necessary. Sometimes making waves is exactly what's needed to move forward. In the end, it's about understanding your worth and being willing to play the long game. Because that's where the real opportunities lie. Not in the quick wins, but in the carefully orchestrated moves that position you for lasting success. Let me tell you about absolute confidence, not the fake it till you make it kind, but the real, unshakable confidence that changes everything. You know that feeling when you walk into a room and second-guess yourself? Well, imagine walking in knowing, deep in your bones, that everything you do is right. Not because you're perfect, but because you trust your judgment completely. That's what absolute confidence feels like. When you speak with absolute confidence, every word you say carries truth. Not because you're always factually correct, but because you're authentic and aligned with your beliefs. Think about the most confident person you know. They don't stumble over their words or constantly apologize. They speak with conviction because they believe in what they're saying. I'll let you in on a secret. The most confident people aren't necessarily the most skilled or knowledgeable. They simply have total self-belief. They understand that making mistakes is part of growth, and they don't let fear of judgment hold them back. Here's what makes absolute confidence so powerful. It's rooted in good intentions. When you genuinely want to make a positive impact, when your actions come from a place of wanting to help or create something meaningful, that intention shines through. Even in moments when you're not entirely truthful, maybe to protect someone's feelings or to maintain peace, people tend to empathize with you. Why? Because they can sense your underlying good intentions. They understand there's a solid reason behind your actions. The truly confident person isn't ashamed of their choices or decisions. They don't waste energy defending themselves or seeking approval. They know why they do what they do, and that's enough. Think about it. How much mental energy do we waste feeling ashamed or doubting ourselves? Every action you take should have purpose. Whether you're giving a presentation, having a difficult conversation, or making a life-changing decision, act with intention. Know why you're doing what you're doing. This kind of confidence isn't about being loud or dominant. It's about being so secure in yourself that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. It's about moving through life with purpose, authenticity, and unwavering self-trust. Remember, absolute confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Start by trusting your decisions, speaking your truth, and acting with purpose. The more you embrace these principles, the more natural this unshakable confidence becomes. Take that first step today. Walk into your next conversation, meeting, or challenge knowing that you're exactly where you need to be. Doing exactly what you need to do. That's absolute confidence, and it's within your reach. You know what separates the legends from everyone else? It's not just talent, it's not just hard work. It's what they do when no one's watching. Think about it. While others are out there having fun, scrolling through social media, or just killing time, the true greats are alone in their element, perfecting their craft. Michael Jordan would shoot thousands of baskets in an empty gym. Mozart would compose through the night while the world slept. These weren't just good at what they did, they became the absolute best. But here's the thing that most people don't understand. Greatness is born in solitude. Those quiet moments when you're alone with your dreams, your ambitions, and your determination, that's where magic happens. When everyone else is taking it easy on weekends, you're there, grinding, improving, pushing your limits. I know what you're thinking. Isn't it lonely? Yes, it can be. But that loneliness, it's not your enemy, it's your ally. It's the cocoon where transformation happens. Every hour you spend alone, practicing, learning, failing, and getting back up, that's an investment in your future greatness. Average people fear loneliness. Good people tolerate it. But the greats, they thrive in it. They understand that these solitary moments are actually precious opportunities. While others are distracted by the noise of the world, you have the chance to focus purely on becoming extraordinary. Let me tell you something powerful. Mediocrity is a choice. Being good enough is a compromise you make with yourself. But why settle for good when greatness is within reach? Every time you choose practice over pleasure, improvement over instant gratification, you're writing your own legacy. This isn't about becoming slightly better than average. This is about becoming the absolute best. The kind of person others look at and wonder, how did they get so good? The answer? While they were sleeping, you were practicing. While they were partying, you were perfecting. While they were settling for good, you were reaching for greatness. And here's the beautiful part. Time is the great equalizer. Consistent, focused practice during your alone time will compound. Days become weeks, weeks become months, and before you know it, you've accumulated thousands of hours of deliberate practice that others never even attempted. This is the secret that the greatest of all time know. Embrace the solitude, love the process, and use your alone time as your superpower. Because while others are trying to be good, you'll be becoming legendary. Remember, the path to being the best is often a solitary one. But the view from the top? That makes every lonely moment worth it. Your alone time isn't just time spent by yourself. It's time spent building yourself into something extraordinary. Have you ever wondered why thoughts seem to steal your happiness? Today I want to share something that can completely transform your life. The secret lies in understanding who you really are. First, let's explore the nature of thoughts. Most people believe they are their thoughts, but here's the truth. Thoughts are just mental events passing through your awareness. They come and go like clouds in the sky. When you identify with every thought, you become trapped in a cycle of mental suffering. Regrets about the past, worries about the future, judgments about the present. But you are not your thoughts. Here's the game-changing realization. Just observe your thoughts without judgment. Don't try to stop them or change them. Simply watch them arise and fade away. As you do this, something extraordinary happens. You begin to recognize the observer, the awareness that's watching the thoughts. This awareness is your true self. You are the consciousness in which all experiences arise. Every person you meet, every emotion you feel, every challenge you face, they're all expressions of the same universal awareness. You are everyone and everything, experiencing itself from different perspectives. When you realize you are the observer, not the observed, you become detached from the drama of personal identity. You're no longer defined by your problems, your achievements, or your circumstances. You rest in your natural state, which is pure bliss. This bliss isn't something you need to create or find. It's already within you. It's what you are when you stop trying to be something else. Most people spend their lives chasing happiness outside themselves, but happiness is your fundamental nature. The key is learning to be in this bliss regardless of external circumstances. Other people's moods, world events, personal challenges. None of these can disturb your inner peace when you know who you really are. Live fully in the present moment. This moment is the only reality. The past exists only as memory. The future exists only as imagination. But this moment, this is where life actually happens. When you anchor yourself in presence, you escape the mental prison of time. Remember, we chose to come here. At the deepest level, we created this entire experience. Life is a beautiful game of consciousness exploring itself. Even the challenges, the pain, the confusion, they're all part of the magnificent play of awareness. Know that in the end, everything will be perfectly fine. All the people we've ever loved, we'll join them again in the ocean of consciousness. We're all waves in the same infinite ocean. True peace isn't something you achieve through meditation or spiritual practices. Peace is your natural state when you stop trying to be anything other than what you are. You are pure awareness, pure consciousness, not the body, not the mind, not the thoughts. Just dissolve into the stillness that you already are. In this stillness, you realize that nothing is truly real except awareness itself. Let all thoughts, emotions, and feelings flow through you without resistance. They're like waves on the ocean, temporary movements in the eternal stillness of your being. There's nothing to identify with because there's no separate self to identify. You are the silence behind every thought, the space in which all experiences arise and fade away.